Greetings, community. It's Kevin, Events Being Comics, and I'm here to show you my pre-orders, slide a review, and I'll tell you a couple of books that I may be looking for down the road. Now, first, what I want to talk about is I ended up doing a show with Carolina Chris 26 called Looking Down the Road. The idea behind that show is to allow you to see the books that are coming out way down the line, well down on the line after FOC. This allows you to go ahead and when FOC does approach to give you time to research, ask yourself if this is something that you want, analyze if it's something that you're possibly speccing on, or if nothing else, give you an amount of time to really give your LCS enough time to be able to facilitate you, the customer, the way you expect to be treated and serviced by your shop. So that's a big reason why Chris and I end up doing that show. And we hope that you end up going to the show to give you something in a viewing form that you could be doing on your own, but it'll allow you to just watch, take a couple highlights, and then go ahead and go back to your LCS and discuss exactly what you want. Now, what I want to go ahead and take a moment is acknowledge those of which that are in the chat. Take a moment to say hi to Las Cruces. I appreciate you, brother. And hey, always have comics on the mind. I appreciate you, Kurt. Look at this. If you're not, I am. Definitely comic crazy. How you doing, man? Hope everyone is well. And I appreciate you being here on this fine Monday afternoon. Me, I'm doing like a little hooky thing. I'm supposed to be doing a little bit of work. I received my pre-order, did a show with Kai. Now I want to go ahead and do that with you. And then I'll go ahead and deal with work later. So let's jump right into it. And we're going to start it off with Silver Coin by Image. I've been reading this from day one. I'm loving this. The best way I can go ahead and describe this book is if you're old enough to remember shows like The Night Gallery, Tales from the Crypt, Twilight Zone, this is probably the best way for me to describe this book. It's of that type of feel, and it follows the story of a cursed coin, and anyone of which that is in possession of this coin tends not to have a very good day. Seven Secrets is a story of pretty and obvious by its title, is a story of a group of individuals are there to protect seven secrets. You have a carrier and you have a protector, and then usually have a fallback crew. My point being is one of these secrets have been open. Another secret is in the possession of another organization that their sole goal is to obtain these secrets and give them to the world. Well, we already learned that that doesn't go well, and already one country has been wiped out just by the opening of one of these secrets. I'm loving this story. This is something that I think, in my opinion, Tom Taylor is delivering very well and on a consistent level as far as adventure and some pretty depth story. And, so there's a little bit of motion and there's a great amount of adventure. Yuki versus Panda. It's a story of a kind of a slapstick ninja tale mixed in with a lot of anime. And that's Yuki versus Panda in a nutshell. I'm loving it. I can't get enough of it. And I look forward to it every time it drops every month. Basketful of Heads is a series 2, a successor to the original series of Refrigerator Full of Heads is a series 2 to the original tale of Basketful of Heads. This story is very comical on how it originally started. Issue 1. I was cracking up in all kinds of parts, and it is being done very well as a successive piece, but also as a standalone story. So you can buy this by itself, or you can go ahead and buy the trade of the original tale, Basketful of Heads, and then pick up Refrigerator Full of Heads. Sweet Paprika is a story my son and I have been looking forward to for well over 2 years. I don't want to give away too much of this. What I do want to say is that I know this was something that Mirko has been trying to have developed is an animation for quite some time. And I believe that what she's trying to do is gain the popularity in the book. And if I believe enough people end up buying this book and enjoying it, hopefully we get a nice animation out of it. Stray Dogs. Don't have to tell you guys too much about this thing. I've been singing the song of Stray Dogs since day one, knowing especially that it was optioned even well before it was released. So this is the Dog Days. So these are a series of stories that are within this book, and a little more in depth about each individual dog that's in the original Stray Dog storyline. I'm liking it. I did get issue 1. I did get issue 2. I did get the 1 in 50s of each. And yeah, I can't get enough of Stray Dogs. So thank you, Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner, for such a great story. Robin, issue number 9. I'm loving this Robin tale. And I can't ask anything more. If you are even a slightest bit of a type of Nightwing Robin type fan, you're going to love it. Robin's, this is a little bit different. I have to say that it has not left a serious impression on me. That's not to say I dislike it as much as I just can't remember a whole lot of issue 1 and 2. So that tells me that, But as you saw, that cover's smoking hot. Radio Apocalypse by Ram V. This is a really eclectic tale, and I'm really digging it. This is something that Ram V always surprises me by what he writes. And what I mean by that is there's always something a little esoteric into it and a little bit eclectic. And I love that about his writing. Rain, issue number 1. So this is a sketch cover. I ended up getting a sketch cover. I ended up getting the signature series through Collector's Paradise. And I ended up getting just reader copies through DCBS, is who I ended up getting my pre-orders from. Looking forward to reading this. I have to admit, I've yet to get into it. Nocterra I've been loving since day one, and I'm really looking forward to reading this Blacktop Bill special. I ended up buying that cover because I really love my black covers. And then here's my reader copy. So let's get back to you guys. I don't want to totally ignore you. Yeah, me too. I do highly recommend it. It's a really fun tale. It probably even reads better as a trade anyways. So I recommend it, pretty much reading it that way. And if you can, just read it all the way through. So if you do have to go back, or if you're not even quite halfway through it, start over. Can't hurt you. Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. Like I said, this is the Nocterra. Got the cover A. The old Blackout special, which just is Blacktop Bill. What am I doing? Am I going backwards? I am going backwards. My apologies. Shouldn't have hit that dab so big right before I jumped on. I knew it. Evil Ernie. With the Nirvana homage, I had to get 2. And yeah, man, this story is freaking awesome. It has me cracking up. It has me, oh my God, what am I looking at? And I love that. Thud, this is issue number 1. This is a 1 in 10 incentive cover. My son really loved the covers, the colors in this cover. And this is definitely something I also enjoy. So this is why I ended up picking up this cover in particular. I'm looking forward to cracking this puppy open and checking it out. I don't remember much why I picked it up. I just knew it was something I want to get. Scorch, issue number 1. Sexy. Can't say much about this cover, right? I mean, come on. Seriously? I might have to even check the interior out. Joker, number 11. I've been loving this Joker story. There was a moment where I was just like, come on, get on with it. And now it's like, okay, now I get what you're talking about. I get why you're bringing me in so deep into the story. Canto number 5 and Canto number 4. These are my reader copies. So I had to get reader copies. I do have signed copies of these, but I haven't had reader copies. Cimerian. This is what I believe the Marvel was really trying to do with this character. And the beauty about this story, whenever you get it from Ablaze, is you not only get the graphic novel version of the stories, but you get the original tale in the back. So when you're done reading it, you get the original story, which is it's like It's a bonus deal. It's a bonus plan. 2 for 1. How can you go wrong? Doctor Strange, White Fox. I mean, there's another cover. It's like, seriously? Sweet. Sexy. That I'm digging this Strange story. I did get everything. I'm A and Bing on the 4 and the 3 and all the way through 1 through 5. And I know there's individuals that are saying that they don't like it. I know there's some people that are saying it's okay. I know others that are out there saying, hey, look, you spoiled it by showing us what's going to be happening after. None of that bothers me. It really doesn't. I've been enjoying the story regardless. So I'm a Strange fan. I'm a Strange fan. Captain Marvel 35 designer covers. I liked it so much I had to get 2. Plus they're offering them, just at a standard cover price. So I was like, well, yeah. With the cover appearance of Binary, are you kidding me? Billy the Kid is a fun story about this guy's whole family in his town was wiped off by a god. And hey, Joe, I appreciate you being here, buddy. Didn't see you. You slipped in and I didn't see you. And he seeks vengeance on this god that wiped out his town. So this god is a tornado god. He ends up finally meeting him and didn't go very well for Kit. I'm enjoying this adventure. It's pretty fun. So, and it's a breakaway from the normal stuff that I read, which something like Stillwater is a great example. Stillwater is a story of being locked in a town, and basically you are immortal, but that's not a gift. It's more of a punishment, a sentence when you're imprisoned in the town of Stillwater. So immortality is more of a death wish. See how I did that? Never mind. So Department of Truth, I've been loving this book since day one also. I'm liking the whole conspiracy theory thing on it. I'm liking how they're playing with it. I like how the way it's written, the way it's depicted, gives enough vagueness to allow you to fill in certain gaps. I really do look forward to this being produced into something that would be, again, almost along the vein of a Twilight Zone, but a series, just there's so much about the story I just love. Dark Age is number 4, and I believe there's only going to be 5 of these things, and I have been enjoying this. This wasn't something that I had a lot of high hopes for. At the same point, this exceeded my expectations. See what I did there too? So it's worked out rather well. Spider-Woman. These covers have been just smoking hot every time. But regardless of the smoking hot, it's actually been an okay story. This adheres to the story of Yore in the sense of what the original story of Spider-Woman was based on. It still is a chick trying to figure out life. Inkblot, been reading this since day one, and Emma Kubert and Rusty Glad have been writing this together and doing the work together for well over a year, I believe, before this thing was released. This world is massive. I unfortunately received an email saying that I think it was issue 17 was canceled. Now, I'm only hoping that just means that it was delayed a month. So I hope that keeps going because I'm really enjoying that story. Phenon X. Now, this is quite different in what I just described Emma Kumert's book to be, an Inkblot. This one I'm having great difficulties getting into. And I'm hoping I can find something to really, I don't know, sink my teeth into, but I can't quite find it yet. Yo, Wet Dreams, how you be? Hope all is dry with you at the moment. If not, find a rag and hang out with me. Usagi Yojimbo ongoing series I've been loving, and the fact that they introduced a whole new character has been awesome. It's been allowing the writing to get a little bit more broader, and by having an accompaniment of Usagi, it allows more dynamics to be introduced to the storylines, which I'm really digging. I'm loving it. She-Hulk number 1, Scotty Young. was thinking of you when I bought that there, Kirk. I really was. I was like, oh, I bet you Kirk probably got one of those or two. Probably one. I'm the one who usually gets pretty stupid on buying multiples. And I end up getting cover A. Now, so I end up reading probably the cover A and probably not damaging that. But I am looking forward to this, and I'm sure that if Z gets to watch this, he'll agree that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I read or not. It's still a great book. Silver Surfer Rebirth, issue number 1. I love Momoko stuff, or hate it, depending on how it comes across. This one's pretty cool. So that's why I ended up picking that up. And then got 2 of the cover A's. I actually thought this was actually a pretty cool cover also. So I ended up reading one of those. I'm looking forward to that. Kai and I are Silver Surfer fans, so we look forward to any mini-series of Surfer. Got a couple of the copies of 4 Venom. Had to go to the cover A's, which I'm a cover A guy. And then had to do the homage. Also, look at that. Yeah, John Boy just does some pretty cool stuff. And the fact that he was offering that book a cover, that was a yes. Got a few of the cover variants, or one a cover variant of issue 3. And I was able to manage to get another one from my LCS, but I did get a couple of the A's. And I'm loving what Ram V is doing with this character. I'm loving how this is developing. I'm a huge Venom fan anyways, but the fact that Ram V gets to play with it, it just offers a whole new dynamic to something that I think was really needed in the Venom world, is something more personable, something. There's a lot of going on interfamily stuff beyond just symbiote and action, so I'm liking that. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man. This is the 1 in 10, and I am a fan of designer covers. That one I love. Cover A. Looking forward to jumping into this. I'm liking what's happening in the Spider-Man world right now, the Ben Reilly stuff. So here's some more Amazing Spider-Man. Here's a 79, and here's an 86. How to get this cover? You know, I have the original series of the Carnage Venom stuff. And then here's a Silk with the cover 8. And I think this is the cover C. Yeah. And I think I got a couple of these. I just love this. This is such a cool look. All the birds and the clouds and everything in the background. This is a cool cover. And it wasn't just a cover buy. You know, yes, I bought 2, but man, I just have a feeling that I don't know. It's me. Sometimes I get a little carried away. Speaking of which, Hulk number 3. I ended up getting a few of these. You know, I don't know. From DCBS, I just knew it would be something, so I ended up doing a pre-order of a couple, and then at my shops, I ended up picking up a couple. And then I had to do the homage to the original. This is such a cool cover. Speaking of which, hot books. So we go to the Thor, and I only got one of each from, you know, as a pre-order, and then I got one of each down at the shops. So I got a couple. And this has just been a great story. Unfortunately, I've been behind. I have not been wanting to ruin it, so I do need to read 19 before I get to 20 and before I get to 21, which, yes, I am pretty far behind, I admit. Does it bother me? Not really. I've been able to keep away from most people ruining it. Got a cover B, and I got a cover A. This is the first appearance on a cover for Gaslamp. And yeah, that was it. That was 67 books. It's not as many as I have in the past. I am trying to get it down below. My goal has always been to keep it under 100, which I've done well. Keep it under 90, which I've been doing better. Keep it under 80, which thank God I'm not there. And done under 70, which, man, I've been ordering a couple things over 70 of late, and it's been kind of bothering me, which also reminds me I have to go do an order for April. Like I said before, Chris and I have done a show where we end up doing the pre-orders for well down the line, and that's the name of the show, Looking Down the Road. That's what I need to do right now, is actually place my order through DCBS once again of my base order, and then I amend it down the road as things either, one, I'm specking on and get hot, and or two, damn, why did I forget that book type of mentality. And that's everything from me. Entropy, I appreciate everyone being here. I want to acknowledge everyone again. Kurt, Joe, man, Wet Dreams, don't recall you on the site, but I recall you many times cleaning you up. Comic Crazy, it's always great to see you. And Las Cruces, as always, you beat everyone in here. I don't know how you do it. And for all of you that end up watching this on the rewind, for all of you that has ever supported me, and now going over a year in this on this channel and this show and this program, I appreciate you. And that's it for me. Entropy. Take care.